At Panharmonicon Farms, we believe all chickens deserve a second chance. Our state-of-the-art rehabilitation facility provides these yellow-bellied billies with a living experience hitherto undreamt of. Gourmet meals, private living quarters, on-site mental health professionals. Hell, we even got housekeepers, a mayor, and live entertainment on the weekends. And if we can't rehabilitate, well, bon appetit. Panharmonicon Farms Rehabilitation Center. Get some good before the good gets gone. We're still working on that tagline.
Panharmonicon presents a movie podcast, season 2, episode 10. Blankman.
Blankman, the party's just begun. Blankman, catch the 411 for fun. If you're confused, it's 'cause the song's Waynehead, the party's just begun. Waynehead, catch the 411 for fun. Hey ho, Blankman.
Let's all go to the movie.
Panharmonicon presents a podcast.
You got to hear this. Tell him who you come to see.
I want to speak to the commissioner.
Tell him why.
Duh, I'm a crime fighter.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Panharmonicon Studios Presents.
A movie podcast.
Yes, sir. I am one of your hosts, Damon.
This is Andrew.
And this is another host, Farron.
And the reason I just did that is because we are doing 1994's Blankman, written and starring Damon Wayans. So, Waynehead was a cartoon.
Yes.
Produced by Damon Wayans in 1996, I think.
Waynehead is 96?
Yeah, I think it's like 96, 97.
Why did I think that it was way later than that?
No.
I didn't say way later. I was thinking like late 90s, early 2000s.
I've always thought it was earlier.
So this is pre-cartoon?
But it's after...
Blankman is
Blankman
pre-cartoon?
Yeah.
Cartoon is post-Blankman?
Yeah. Waynehead was more about his, like... It was like it was supposed to be like the new Fat Albert, but based sort of off of his upbringing. Granted, it doesn't have like the 10 million other Wayans as his brothers and sisters, cousins and aunts and aunts. But whereas Blankman is just more of his idea of what would happen if Batman were poor instead of rich and black.
But still a genius.
Mm-hmm.
And screams. Very, very interesting screams for his punches and hits when he's taking those blows.
You can definitely tell that it's like also like a mix of like characters from In Living Color that he's done.
Yeah.
Very much so. But before we get into our second black superhero movie of the month, how you fellas been?
Been good.
Good.
I took a trip to old sunny California over Memorial Day weekend.
Nice.
Yeah,
You've been traveling all over.
I have
New York and then California.
Jeez. Gonna be
Traveling man.
Yeah.
He's a traveling man.
Posting up for hopefully a couple months because I am bushed. But meeting my longest friend's baby.
Oh.
So it was a little full circle moment. And then Maura got to, because I went out there last year around this time for the baby shower. So I got to see kind of their place and where they were living in Ventura. And I was like, Maura, you got to come. You'd love it because there's just so many birds because they live in a harbor. So Maura got to do all her birding stuff.
Oh,
so that was
nice.
very fun. She got
nice.
4 new lifeless birds, I think. So we're checking some things off.
That's that Pokédex for birds.
Yes, sir. Yep. That's a great way to put it.
Colgate extroverts.
But yeah, it was a good time. Coming back was a little rough. Our first flight out of Santa Barbara, there was a loose panel. So the plane got delayed, and then we got deplaned, and then we're like, all right, actually, we got it fixed. We're going now. And then so it was just like, make your decision. You're going to Salt Lake or you're not. So I was like, you know what? We're just pushing forward. We're going for it. Just in hopes that our second flight would be like delayed or something, and then we'd make everything. Second flight was early, so it was just completely that plane was out the window. But we did get a hotel comped. I got to do some research on. I think we're entitled to some more money, but who knows anymore. So we at least got to sleep instead of going from Santa Barbara to Salt Lake back to LAX to then CVG, getting in at like 5 a.m.
Okay.
So I was like, that seems like a nightmare. So let's just stop here and say we've been to Salt Lake City when it was just the microtel outside of the airport. But still pretty. A lot of mountains in Salt Lake. So, nothing wrong with that.
Fun times at Ridgemont High.
You know it.
I'm sorry. This may sound like I'm sure people who fly a lot are like, oh, you shouldn't be worried. But I'm telling you now, this plane I'm on got a loose panel on it. We getting a new plane.
Yeah.
And you're not fixing that plane and then putting me back on it. Like, no.
It was very crazy because like the pilot did the classic this is the pilot just giving you a update, and they're like maybe a mechanic can come out here and tape it and we can get on our way, and like 4 people were like, tape just like at the same time, and I was like, yeah, no, that's a crazy thing to say. Just don't tell us that you're gonna tape it, just tape it.
That's okay. I'm sorry, that comment makes me wonder, like, if I am just because.
Have you been on a tape plane before? Is that what you're saying?
No, like, I'm not an engineer, but it makes me wonder, am I just a complete idiot and not understanding that that's a totally viable solution? Because to me, it doesn't sound like it is.
Right. It sounds crazy.
He's saying it as if it's just another Tuesday.
Right. But
no.
Who knows?
No.
Like, a plane can go down for far less.
Right.
Like, a loose screw somewhere could take a whole plane down. You're not taping up a panel on there like, oh, she's good to go.
You'll be all right.
You're good.
I'm not. Yeah.
But yeah, more traveling fun times.
What about you, brother?
I've been pretty good. Things that I've done. I messed up my ankle at one point.
Oh no!
Doing the lawn. Because I wasn't expecting. I think I might have either it was the rabbits or like a gopher or something has like created some holes that I did not expect to see.
Gopher cakes.
As I was going down the little slant hill that almost took me out.
Oof!
But bounce back from that. Now I got to do that all over again because it's been raining cats, dogs, and a third
hamsters.
Yeah.
And now it wants to be like intense sun for the next like several days.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure the lawn
grass
wants that very badly, and I do not want it for the grass.
Yeah.
I've been finishing up Graveyard Keeper. I'm almost done with it. Trying to get back home, but I've had to essentially help a cult tell the local priest about a cult that exists that I helped create. I've a wizard that I needed help from has learned that his that a one night stand that he had a long time ago developed a child that turned out to be like a local singer, and she don't want nothing to do with him. But she
doesn't want anything to do with the wizard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he abandoned the family.
Yeah.
And now he's got to deal with that, but he wants her to be cool with him because they lost the mother. She died.
Whoa.
And
so I'm sorry. So this isn't like a baby that she just had.
No, this is like a long time ago. This woman is like the daughter is a full grown woman.
Wow.
She's a local singer, and she got a song from a songwriter who I gave some some homemade liquor too, and the homemade liquor seems to have turned him into like a demon of some sort. Kind of like
It'll happen.
Yeah, sure.
That'll do it.
He got captured after he turned into a demon, so now the wizard needs to help get him free, so that him and the daughter can be cool again.
Gotcha.
But I had to write some books in order for that to happen, because he needs the books to get back into the Academia of Wizardry.
Oh, wow. So he stopped practicing.
Yeah.
He's not a practicing wizard.
Yeah. How many of those are
My
out?
license relapsed. So I guess this is if it's at the end of the game, but it seems like there's like a bunch of storylines kind of coming
They're all
together.
converging. For instance, the priest's his son that he thought died in a fire turned out to be the man that I've been helping create the cult for.
Whoa.
And he found out because he summoned his father, who turned out to be that guy. And
Yeah.
now they know each other, and now he's got to like not let the king know about the cult.
Dang.
Because he cares more for his son than he does about
The religion or the town or
witches
the
he's
religion.
been burning.
Oh,
In
okay.
fact, he's been burning witches, and on the week every Friday, and I've been selling burgers and beer at the witch burnings
Whoa.
to make money.
Okay. Is this kind of like a Mass Effect where like your choices matter and like it...
No, luckily.
Oh,
no.
okay.
They all just it's more like just do the things.
Gotcha.
To get
Just
to the end.
okay.
So you're helping this wizard who stopped practicing. You're trying to help the wizard get back into practice so he can do something. There's a cult leader of which he's unaware. The cult
Yeah, I
leader
don't
is
think
his
the
son.
wizard knows anything. The wizard
The
doesn't know
priest
anything. This is the
is-
priest.
The priest. Okay.
Is the father of the cult
Actually,
leader.
he's more like an inquisitor.
Oh.
Like think of like the Spanish Inquisition.
Oh,
he's like the head of
sure.
Uh-huh.
He's
that
burning.
because he's been trying to like get rid of all the witches.
Gotcha.
Because there was apparently a great this big event that like occurred in the nearby that like really messed up a lot of stuff. It's called like the Great Explosion or something like that. And it turns out there might be more people that actually were involved in that than I actually know about.
Yeah.
But they've been kind of hiding that they know about it.
Okay.
But they think that it was magic induced, which turns out it might have been because the wizard must have had something to do with it.
Maybe that's why he stopped practicing.
Well, he stopped also practicing because the last graveyard keeper died in that explosion.
Oh.
And
Layers
seemingly
and
that has
layers.
been that's also why I am now the new graveyard keeper.
I was going to ask. Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to have
Interesting.
to try this game. This sounds crazy.
Yeah, dude, right? Yeah. Yeah, when I was editing the last episode, and I was like pulling clips, and I was like, this looks pretty fun. Like, I kind of want to try this out.
I might have to keep some graveyards.
And so does the priest not know that you've been selling at the concession stands at these witch burnings?
No, he was the one that told me to.
So the priest,
He was like he really
Once-
loves the witch burnings, and he was getting
He's a
upset
fan.
because the villagers weren't coming to the witch
Oh,
burnings.
okay.
So
So
it's like,
then
how
he's
do
not
I
enough
get
snacks.
the villagers to come? And I was like, I think I can get them going. So I grew
Flamin' Hot
I
Cheetos.
grew the wheat and the hops and stuff, and I started making beer, and I make the burgers out of dead people meat.
do people know it's people meat?
No,
Long
they
pork?
just, like because there's been like a kind of a global shortage of meat,
Oh, okay.
so they're not sure where I'm getting the meat.
Everyone's just like,
But
we're-
they
don't
might
ask, don't tell.
suspect, yeah.
Yeah. We just want some hamburgers. Wow.
so what I've been doing, cannibal, that's wild, dude. But yeah, there's I saw Matt had reached out about this, but one of our buddies is doing a show in coming up in November. I'm gonna do that one as well. So
For
it'll be
bodybuilding?
nice. Yeah.
Oh, very
Yeah,
cool.
dude, it's gonna
Is it
be-
local or?
Yeah. This one is actually, I think, in Hamilton County.
We're in
It's
Hamilton,
like near Harrison, I think, is where we're talking.
out there.
So it's, I mean, but it's better than the
Going to
okay,
the-
this is going to be a day
Iceland
drive out to
or-
California,
yeah,
or Iceland or like
Switzerland,
Ireland or something like
yeah.
that. And it'll also be cool just to be able to do that with Matt because despite the fact that we've been working out together for so long, we've actually never done a show together. Like we've never done a show at the same time.
Wow.
I think the last time, so he did a show in 2012, and I was going to do that show. We were still in college at the time, and I ended up not doing it, but doing the show after that. So it'll just be cool. to be, we have a buddy back there to help calm the nerves.
Yeah,
it's
get
always a
jazz with. Yeah,
experience, and just see him go out there and perform, and just hoping it's a good time. So excited for that.
Nice. And is this? I'm sorry, I forget the different like tiers and stuff. But is this you going back for like your master's license or whatever that achievement is, or is it
master's license?
No.
Okay.
Don't you say masters about me ever again.
Okay. Is that?
You should have
I'm
your pro
kidding,
card
but
still, right?
it is. I don't. I do have to get that back
No, you
still
gotta get that
because
back.
of the time between last shows.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just crazy that you say that because I remember very vividly my first show ever, and being backstage and seeing 2011, and so being backstage and you're seeing the other masters competitors, and their master starts I think at like 40. It's usually 40 and up.
Oh, that is an actual tier.
I was
Oh,
gonna say,
okay, cool.
It's 40 and up. So there's like 40 and up class, and then there's a 50 and up class. And just remember at that age, I think I was like, I don't even think I turned 22 at the time. And thinking to myself, man, that's so far away. Well,
knocking on the door.
yeah, dude. 3 years from now, I'll be able to compete in the Masters 40 and up, which is just a very strange feeling. It's so strange, but that's the journey, man. That's
For
the journey.
sure. Well, very cool.
November.
Yeah.
Remember,
I'll mark my calendar.
Yeah.
it'd be real cool if you did.
All right. Things about the masters is I get older and they stay the same.
Yes, they do. Oh, dazed and confused.
Dazed and confused. So, fellas, I got a game for you.
Ooh. Speaking of Dazed and Confused.
Yes, sir. And this one is a Damon original.
Ooh, all right.
So you're getting a...
Visa.
So if you've not been here before, in a Damon original, I create a synopsis using the actors in the movie, but instead of using the character names that they use in that movie, it will be characters that they have been in other movies. And the boys have to figure out what it is.
Yes.
Same guy, different guy.
So, yeah. So, and this one, and you're going to have to bear with me because there are names all over this bad boy that are just, ooh.
Okay.
All right. So, in today's movie, Donatello helps Michelin Sisti, Leif Tilden, Mark Casso, and Ken Scott figure out their origin while also fighting Pierre Chang, who enlists the help of Fred Jones and Megatron. Meanwhile, there's a breakdown by Johnny Van Owen. Eventually, they have to deal with Pierre gaining a new power and becoming Ivan Dragovsky.
Now I'm just imagining Megatron like
Lord of
shooting
the
at
Rings?
the
No.
shooting at the Ninja Turtles. Sorry, that was the.
That's a pretty cool image, though, I gotta say.
But it is an ensemble. It gains new powers to become a different person.
What year is the movie?
1992.
Okay.
Is it animated?
It is not animated.
Okay, real people.
Okay. Mega. Can you go through it one more time?
Donatello helps Michelin Sisti, Leif Tilden, Mark Casso, and Ken Scott figure out their origin while also fighting Pierre Chang, who enlists the help of Fred Jones and Megatron. Meanwhile, there's a breakdown by Johnny Van Owen. Eventually, they have to deal with Pierre gaining a new power and becoming Ivan Dragovsky.
92? Is that what you...
So that last part, you have to deal with Pierre gaining a new power and becoming Ivan Dragovsky. Does that mean that it's in the context of the film, it's the same character, but it ends up getting played by two different actors?
You can say that.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Secret of the Ooze?
Yes, it is.
Whoa!
I told you guys will get the next one.
Okay.
So the breakdown: Donatello, Ernie Reyes Jr., who plays Kino in TMNT 2, who played Donatello in TMNT 1, helps Michelon Sisti, aka Mikey, Leaf Tilden, Donnie, Mark Casso, Leah, and Ken Scott Ralph figure out their origin while also fighting Pierre Chang, Francois Chow, aka Shredder from Lost. Francois is from Lost. Shredder is who he played in TMNT 2. Who enlists the help of Fred Jones and Megatron, both voiced by Frank Welker, Toka and Razor. Fred from Scooby-Doo, Megatron from Transformers, obviously. Meanwhile, there is a breakdown by Johnny Van Owen. The breakdown being the ninja rap. Johnny Van Owen, who was Vanilla Ice and Cool as Ice.
Whoa.
And eventually they had to deal with Pierre getting a new power and becoming Ivan Dragovsky, a.k.a. the Russian.
Yeah.
A.k.a. Kevin Nash from The Punisher.
Oh!
So this is like the live action like suit TMNT. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's what got me there, because it's dealing with him getting a new power and Pierre becoming somebody else. Like, I couldn't even tell you, like, I totally forgot that his name was Ivan in The Punisher.
It's because he goes by the Russian in the movie.
Ah.
But the character's name is Ivan Dragovsky.
It was the year coupled with the one, like, basically two different actors playing the same. I was like, that's gotta be
the ooze, man.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. What was the time? Oh, I guess it's done, but sub 5. That's all we know. That's all we need to know.
He did it.
It only took him a couple of minutes after he
Pieced it together.
Stayed.
Yeah. You know what else pieced together?
Have you noticed since that show started, the kids in this town have been acting different? Like it's the only thing that matters. I've seen my kid watch this show, and I don't think we see the same thing. For them, it's different. As if it's teaching them something we're not supposed to know. Something called drop flow.
And now we're pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
Dummies. 4-Act won't work unless you put act ends on it. You geek, how do you know all that? I'm not a geek. Yes, you are. I'm not R2.
Blankman. Okay, so after his grandmother is killed in a mafia hit, Daryl fashions a bulletproof overcoat to wear over red long johns, becoming, I don't know why he felt the need to I specify that part. Becoming Blankman, a superhero without any superpowers, save some inventive tinkering skills. When Blankman's crime-fighting crusade causes a sensation around the city of Metro, Daryl's brother Kevin reluctantly agrees to become Blankman's sidekick, Other Guy, to impress local news anchor Kimberly, but the mob is fighting back.
Released in August 19th of 1994 with a budget of $24 million and a box office of $7.9 million.
Oh.
Even more oucher. 12% to 41% critics versus audience at Rotten Tomatoes. 5.2 out of 10 on IMDb. 2.7 out of 5 on Letterboxd. So very similar to the movie we did last week, Meteor Man.
Take slightly worse.
Slightly worse.
Actually, the disparity between the critics and audience scores
is bigger on this one.
Is that like the biggest one we've ever seen for like a movie we've done? That's well over. That's almost 30 points.
It is almost 30 points. I feel like we've done other ones.
Something.
There have been a couple other ones where the critics like torched it, but the audience like loved it.
Is that the lowest critic score?
That
we've had,
might
though?
be the lowest critic score we've ever done, which is crazy considering the movies that we've done. One of which is
Solar Waves,
Mac and Me.
Oh, that too.
yeah.
Released a little over a year after Meteor Man. Blankman also was just not going to do well. 1994 during that time was pretty stacked. You have Forrest Gump.
Oh.
Clear and Present Danger. The Mask. True Lies and The Lion King for the top 5.
Wow.
In August. Blankman was 16th. If you looked at movies that only came out in August, because a number of those other movies that come out beforehand, Blankman was 7th in August. So, I mean, we talked about it before. This movie is essentially Damon Wayans kind of dislike. So he had a disdain of 89's like seriousness, but he enjoyed the gadgets and vehicles, which we can see in this one, in Blankman itself. He also really enjoyed Batman 66. We can tell that from the very beginning of the movie, considering that they are watching it. Those are Damon's children.
Mm-hmm.
Michael,
very
Michael
cool.
And Damon Jr. And it's funny because Damon Jr., who looks much more like him than Michael does, is Kevin.
Yeah.
Instead of Daryl. So, but, and the grandmother is Lynn Thigpen. Rest in peace to her. She was also the chief in Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, the PBS show. Really enjoyed her, the short time that we had with her in here, just simply because she's that very like no nonsense type of just like that's a like a grandmother that would be in that type of situation. For me, this movie took a while to get started. The beginning is a bit slow, and I didn't remember. I guess because I was a kid, I enjoyed a lot of the sophomoric humor that it has in it. But when I really look at it now, it is very reminiscent of like In Living Color. Like now that I really like think about it, how closely that humor matches. It is still very sophomoric though. A lot of just like kind of just the wild takes of just let's make fun about like boobies and breasts. Let's make fun about like getting erections and being just incredibly socially awkward person that doesn't really exist in the real world, but we'll make like an over characterization of him. Here.
Gunks in his pants.
Dude,
that was crazy.
That was so wild. It was. I think it was like more wild to me that she almost didn't seem to mind.
Yes, she was just like, oh, that's like, haha. Like this man is having like it was so much screen time for just how little like impact it truly had. And I was like, is that what he's doing? I'm like, oh, okay, yep. I guess that's what's happening. All right.
Yep, you're absolutely right. That was a pretty long, especially the first time that it happened.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, it happens more than once.
But I mean, I guess it. Never mind. I'm gonna leave it.
It's hard to say if they were trying to make it seem like that was his like kryptonite, or if it was just an extreme exaggeration of it happening because it was the first time.
My kryptonite's coming in my pants. Fuck. Maybe, yeah, because that's the one thing. Because I guess what his brother kind of harps on it that like has never had a partner or anything, so he has no knowledge.
Did he say? What did David Allen Kevin say to him? He said something that I thought was so funny because David Allen Grier has this way of a very funny way of emoting like frustration and anger, like the way that he yells at people. There's always this kind of build up in his words as he then just like he ends on this punctuation of just like snapping at you. And he said something to Daryl about, he's made a comment about having kids, and he's like, you gotta have a woman first. Yeah. Speaking of Kevin, though, does David Allen Grier actually know martial arts?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, like, I knew, like, because they give that, like, offhand about him, like, going to the
karate. Yeah, like adult karate classes. Yeah.
Well, it becomes more than offhand, right? Because, like, he's the only one who knows how to fight.
Well, I mean, like,
right?
they use it as an offhand to, like, explain.
To set up why he knows how to fight.
Why he's going to be able to fight.
Yeah.
Which is fucked up that that Daryl decided because he can fight that he didn't need to have bulletproof.
Yeah,
that's crazy, dude. So was that his actual reasoning for it? Did he?
I just have to assume that because like why. There was a whole tub of the stuff.
Yeah,
so there's no reason to not do it.
Because I thought he had it the whole time. Because I was like, oh, because you got him a costume. Why did you not jazz it up chemically?
It does make me wonder as well, like in that scene, because it's for those, if you haven't done your homework, it's at towards the end of the film when he goes to Minelli's headquarters, if that's what you want to call it. He just doesn't seem too concerned that his brother just got shot.
Yeah,
it's almost kind of like it's this toss away. And I don't know if that speaks to like his understanding of how meek he is, and in his mind he embellishes Kevin's strength to degrees that are just beyond. Because if that is the reason, which even though it wasn't explicitly stated, it would kind of make sense to your point. Like, oh, he knows how to fight, especially given the fact that he saw him beat up the dude, the pimp, when he first made his debut as Blankman. But it would be such a goofy thought at the same time because you're so smart that it just didn't occur to you that you might as well just have the extra protection. Like Batman would never be like, well, I do know how to fight pretty well. I guess I don't need this.
That can deflect bullets. Yeah. Well, considering that the bulletproof part is like a one and done, and it's almost as if everybody knows his suit is bulletproof. Because nobody wants to take that part into consideration. It's like if he's within distance, they just start punching and smacking and grabbing him around. So take it to be the one that knows how to fight. That's the one they choose to shoot. So I guess, but
shoot him in the head. Like, oh.
Yeah, that's the like why?
But still, though, like if they did catch him, though, I mean, probably the force of it would probably still knock him out, maybe kill him. I mean, obviously.
Oh, like if they shot like on his temple or
because he did
wherever the band.
He did bulletproof his band though, right? He
I
was
think
shown
so.
To put that in the
Which is insane to think that that's as much real estate on his head that he thought that needed to be covered.
Yeah, but I guess he didn't like think about being shot in the head because there's that whole thing of like shooting and he's like, oh,
yeah,
kind of like that, like oh wait,
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like he thought enough
to
bulletproof this part, but not
shoot me in the eyes,
not in the head.
You could have just gotten like a ski mask, dude. And
just a balaclava.
You'd have been all right. You didn't have to worry about nothing.
Meanwhile, he's giving his brother an entire hat.
Yeah,
and
just so tiny. I thought that was so funny.
Those outfits are so goofy. Like, but I love them at the same time because it reminds me of being a kid. Like I remember as a kid in the summer, Me and my sister, like we had these. There were these. I think my mom at one point had like Star Trek costumes for Halloween, and it was just like tucked away in her closet for a while. And so, us typically we were just in the house. And so how do you just use your imagination to make fun? So in the back room we had this drawer, and we would act like we were superheroes, and like the signal would come on, we'd go open the door and put our suits on, and it was always just this homemade shit, never a Michigan sweater, but like the other guy wears. But that's just the part that just seems so funny to me, that he just literally put on some workout clothes and just put on like a hat, like one of those fucking Heisenberg fedoras, and just said, "Hey, this is me now."
I mean, he didn't want that outfit, but
it was forced upon him. I guess I should have brought this up in Meteor Man. So going back to the other one, I did like how Jefferson had like all like he was repping like Howard and like all those like is that HBCU? Is that so? I was like, oh damn, he's got some fits on. And then to come here for Blankman, and it's just pajamas, like a onesie and a towel that you cut eyeballs out of.
I feel like that's also why it kind of gave me, especially watching these back to back, not only the proximity in which they were released, but it also just felt very like Superman, Batman, the black versions of them. Mainly because like I don't think if I'm not mistaken, I don't think anyone dies in Meteor Man. Like Meteor Man seems like a much more like wholesome. It's not as, there are dark elements to it, but it's not like crazy dark. Because with Meteor Man, I'm pretty sure there's a scene where one of the women who was leading the committee gets attacked. She survives. Yeah. His mom gets attacked. She survives. For some reason, I had this false memory of his dad dying, but then I watched it after watching it again. I'm like, okay, he doesn't die. Yeah. Even the dog, which is crazy, gets crushed by the dumpster and then brings the dog back to life. So there's just not much death. But then you pivot to Blankman, and it's like
grandma out the gate,
dude. Yeah,
the mayor,
which like another wild one. Yeah, like blown up that way. Dude.
How does the mob have that much C4? Can we talk about that? They just had
anything they wanted.
So many explosives.
They were strapped up. They at any given point in time could just like...
They had like 3 bags just ready to go, all synced up.
Yeah, because they all had bombs on them. Yeah. And then on the mayor, and then a bag. And then there was what was used to blow the hole so that Minelli could come through.
Right. And how, I'm assuming, probably blew up the whole hole, how there was no grill, no drill. Yeah. How'd he get there?
I do enjoy the fact that the bag full of explosives all had individual detonators from different timers, but the timers were synced up. Yeah, as if they couldn't just put them all onto one time.
No, that's a good point. Man, that and so with that, it just felt like it was. I mean, obviously, it's still a comedy, but like it was a darker take, and that it was more of him just relying on ingenuity with like a little bit of blend of like Sherlock and Watson, because. I guess I'm not super familiar with the property, so I might be misspeaking here, but I always got the sense that, like, well, Sherlock was the smart one. He's always using his intelligence. He wasn't as gifted when it came to fighting in, like, the more brutal physical aspect of what he does, but Watson was. And that's what it kind of seemed like with, as far as the dynamic between Kevin and Daryl was. Because, like, at no point did I ever really feel that Blankman, that Daryl was developing those skills, and it was really just kind of relying on his wits, which is totally fine.
He just seemed to have a gadget for every occasion, so he just didn't need to have that hand to hand.
I mean, when you're looking at the inspiration for it, that makes sense, right? Like Batman had everything in his belt. Yeah, and I think that's what Daryl took away from the concept whenever they were watching the show, whereas it could be possible that Kevin took the inspiration of like the fighting aspect of it, which is why he went into karate. And so they almost are kind of just like two sides of Bruce Wayne, or well, not Bruce Wayne and Batman, but like they're just the two sides of Batman. Yeah. Gadget Batman and fighting Batman.
Yeah. So do you think that that's why the plots that the mob boss set up were so cartoonish? Because, like, I didn't know about his being sort of, like, disenchanted with Tim Burton's version of Batman. But it's when you, after you said that, it makes a lot of those other elements pop out so much more. like for instance, the traps that Minelli had, like for a mob boss, that seems very
Riddler.
Yeah, super over the top.
Yeah, he would just do what happened at the beginning, which was he would just walk in with a gun and shoot.
Yeah. Which was a super polite assassin, by the way. The way he walked in, like I don't know, his physical. He just seemed like he was just very
kind of nonchalant. Yeah, just like, oh, hello.
Michael Minelli sends his regards, and it wasn't even like he laid on the trigger. Like he kind of gave a burst and then a second burst, and was like, "That's enough."
You understand?
Yeah. Also, was the robbery separate from him, or
right? Because it did seem like they left, and then he walks right in afterwards.
It's like he like slipped in as they were leaving, and he's like, "Yeah, let me just get in here real quick."
Huh?
Maybe. Because then
I just wonder because it seemed like they didn't know who killed them,
right?
And that was like a secret that it took Kimberly to like look up and like
to discover.
Out.
Yeah.
So,
was the mayor in on anything? Because I had this feeling that there was just going to be this flip of, oh, it turns out that he was in on this all the time, but that he was still like a good person.
I had that thought too, because it was like there was that weird scene where, like, when they were at their like campaign headquarters, whatever you call that, where he was like, "No, Minelli, like, get out of here. I don't want any of your money." But then when he was elected mayor, it seemed like they had like some sort of chummy relationship.
Yeah,
they did.
Oh, okay.
I forget who was. There was like a news thing.
Yeah.
And they're like basically like right after the grandma died, he took the
Minelli's
money.
Okay.
And they were like, so much for like campaign promises because he promised not to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But then ended up taking the money anyway, which is why Minelli thought that he was still in his pocket
when he walked in.
But then he started being influenced by Blankman's like
there we go
heroics. That he's like, you know what, I'm flipping back to the
people
to the side of good.
Interesting. Okay. Well, there we go. At least someone paid attention.
Had to write my notes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I do remember that line. I for some reason, again, it was like me planting these false memories of just like another scene where there's this revelation that is just more explicit. But yeah, like when they had the newscast and they mentioned like, oh, I guess he wasn't the person who we thought they were. And then there's of course the flip. I started to get a little bit confused as to, okay, what do I expect?
No, me too.
Of this character.
Yeah, for sure.
But of course he does like the heroic thing in the end and you know, tries, which is, I think is kind of sad because it's like, you know, I guess more so because of Grandma Walker and the belief that she had, the faith that she had in him, and everything that happened with her. It's just sad that they lost both of them. Like they lost their grandma and the person that she like wholeheartedly believed in. Yeah.
So why was it ever explained why they like everyone thought that Blankman like exploded the mayor?
They didn't think he blew up the mayor. They just
coward?
heard that he didn't save the mayor.
Oh, okay.
And the cops, specifically the chief of police, just full sail turned
immediately
tossed him directly under the bus.
Right. When 5 minutes earlier in the movie, he's like, "Well, what do you think we should do?"
Yeah.
Have you seen the weapons this guy used? He literally walks around with like a catapult boot.
Oh, that's it.
And farts like stink bombs. And you're asking him for his tactical advice?
Like, I would love to have seen more of like what Blankman had been doing that just instilled so much
like, that level of confidence.
Right. Uh-huh. They saw the trumpet plunger and they were like, this man, he's got it.
It was like, he saved a baby. Like that was the one that they were like, yep, yep, he can save the mayor.
Wild. Yo, it's on you, man. What are you gonna do? I don't know, dude. I figured that you were gonna.
Thought you were gonna send the Bob Squad in or something.
And that shift just came so quickly. Also, completely forgot that George Costanza is in this movie.
Yeah.
Wow, it's a Festivus for the rest of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is another movie that's just got a bunch of people.
Yeah.
I gotta look this up too because they have some cameos. Arsenio Hall But when they're doing the montage of the late night show like host, after Arsenio Hall, there's another actor.
I have no idea who that
but
dude
do you
is.
know? He looks familiar, right?
He does look familiar, but I was like, who is this dude?
Oh man, I know he was in a movie with Matt Damon where they were stuck together, where they were like Siamese twins.
Whoa.
Okay, I'm just gonna Google Matt Damon Siamese Twins movie. It's Stuck on You.
Well, there you go.
From 2003. His name is Greg Kinnear. That's who it is. Oop. That thing.
Oh, you're good. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he was the dude who was the host who I think was interviewing Midget Man.
Yeah.
Because it's like, is this show fake? Because I was like,
yeah.
I was like, Arsenio's real. I know Arsenio's show, but what is this other show?
And 100%. Because I sat there thinking to myself, like, dude, I didn't remember his name at the time, but I'm like, Greg Kinnear had a late night talk show at one point. I thought he was just an actor. Like I had no idea. Who else was in there though? So Arsenio Hall had his Jason Alexander. I feel like there was somebody else. Someone else popped up, and I cannot remember. Oh, this is gonna eat away at me.
I don't know. I got nothing.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Maybe I just Google Blankman cameos.
Yeah, there you go.
So I know there's a Tony. Is it Tony Little?
Tony Little, who's
Midget Man. I feel like an asshole if I call him Little, and that's not his last name.
Man, yeah, I'm gonna struggle with this, but yeah, it's the characterization of Daryl Walker. You said something earlier in the episode about how he's such a cartoony character that this is like not a person that could even exist in the real world, and I'm like 100% it couldn't.
Yeah.
Like there is no one that. I don't know. Maybe the combination of those character traits.
No, because I mean, like, it's obvious that it's like a characterization, like amped up to like 15.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like even if you brought it back down to its like more realistic elements, it would be hard to think that a person could function in society that way and not like just kind of get like either pushed or followed to the wayside. Is like society, like especially like considering how to some degree adversarial him and Kevin were. Like I get the feeling that Kevin was one of those big brothers who constantly had to like defend Daryl, and that had just drained on him a little bit too much. And he also coupled that with the fact that he probably didn't feel like he was really like living up to his potential, as he was like stuck in Hard Edition, and like that's down in the basement, whereas all the
real news,
is
is
up top.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess you could say he kind of was shoved to the side because it didn't seem like he had a job. It was like maybe fixing up appliances.
Which I'm still trying to figure out how he lost that job. Did he just quit it to become Blankman or what happened?
Maybe it was just fixing up people's stuff in like their apartment building or something. But yeah, it seemed like Michael was paying all the bills.
So his boss there didn't officially fire him?
No, the guy that was like, you gotta fix this toaster or whatever, that guy. Yeah, I don't know.
No, I think he just asked me to fix the toaster.
I did also have in my notes about that guy. He, for those of you who don't know, Andrew does a very good Dr. Phil. And the way the guy talked, I was like, man, did Dr. Phil watch Blankman and then decide to adopt his dialect from this guy?
Maybe.
It was a toaster.
Fix the toaster? These are some hoes?
And you said these are just some nappy... She didn't say nappy. Oh, did he say
She
nappy?
might have. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, you said everyone in the audience is a bunch of hoes. Catch you outside. What about that? Like, and dude just talking about the toaster. Well, it's better now. It's a what did he call it? The super toaster? That
because the heat from the toaster,
which doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, would rise up.
I mean, that would have to be an extreme amount of heat from that toaster.
Right. Yeah. Just the most inefficient toaster.
So you would incinerate the toast to get it hot enough to like heat up that pot or heat up the pan that was supposed to be heating up eggs that would
then
also
heat up
rise
coffee.
enough to heat up the coffee.
Yeah.
Exactly, because there's not, it's the law of conservation of energy cannot be created or destroyed. So like if you're using the heat from the toast, one, the amount of like burn off from that is not going to be enough for the eggs, and then for there to still be enough to then go to make your coffee,
Boil water.
Yeah. Do you think there's a combination of the super toaster that could work? Like if the skillet was on the bottom and then it was toast to coffee, or to like
The toaster would have to be separate from it. I mean.
the toaster would have to. So the toaster can't do anything.
I think it'd have to be like open flame. Like
Open
it
flame
would
toast.
Yeah. It would have to be like a campfire.
Oh, open
To
flame
get all
toast.
3 of those. Because you could put like the bread in like some foil, put those on the coals.
Yeah.
Pan for eggs. Then you could maybe do coffee over that. But then I think you'd have to be like side by side for the eggs and the coffee. I got
I
nothing.
think maybe could boiled water generate enough
Oh, the steam.
steam. To
But then
like,
I don't know that would heat like a skillet. Or I don't think you would want steamed toast.
No.
Steamed bread, I guess would.
yeah, that's why like the toaster would have to be separate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you could like boil the water and like have eggs in there and boil the eggs.
Yeah, you could do
Oh,
like hard boiled
yeah.
eggs. Yeah, because then that's shell on and they're washed, so it should be sanitary enough to
Then you just
then
pour it
use for the coffee. Yeah. So there you go.
I wonder if you can plug this into ChatGPT and he'd be like, well, the better combination of things to do. Like, and just tell you how to.
I mean, they probably just lied to you and then.
Oh, yeah.
This is
Those
correct.
false positives.
Mm-hmm.
Also, speaking of, again, because I still find this little bit of information very interesting about, again, his
Batman thing.
relation to that. Because I don't know if you guys noticed this or felt this way about it, but despite the fact that there was like a lot of hip hop throughout the soundtrack, there was the scene where he's showing, I was going to call Robin Gibbons, Kimberly around the blank station. And the music was very reminiscent to me of Batman, of like the 1989, 1992, sort of like whimsical Tim Burton-y, like he's like walking through this guy's mind.
Yeah.
But as it is all just out in display in this train station. So it makes me wonder now, like, was there anything that he enjoyed about those films? Was he totally disillusioned by the entirety of it?
Ooh.
No, he liked the gadgets and the vehicles.
Not the music? That's right, you did say that earlier, about the gadgets and the
Maybe he liked the
vehicle.
music.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like Danny Elfman's
Yeah.
Batman theme and music?
Such like a whimsically beautiful sort of.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's also
God.
like it's 1994, but at that point we've now gotten. Are we still at just 2 Batman? No,
Yeah, you're too bad.
we're still at 2 Batman movies. We've had 3 Ninja Turtle movies.
Whoa.
By 94?
Yeah, I think 94 is when TMNT3 came out.
What? I'll look that up. But yeah, there would be a decent amount of stuff to go by. I mean, obviously, you just had Meteor Man that came out the year before.
Mhm.
I think Darkman came out maybe 92. And what are we thinking of? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. That's the one they go back in time, right?
Mhm.
To like Japan, future Japan.
Yeah, it'll now suddenly have a subtitle that it never had when it came out called Turtles in Time.
Oh.
Isn't that the video game?
Yes, that is the video game. You're correct. But some reason they've now attached that to TMNT3.
That's weird. Well, it's 93. You're right about that. Another quick little bit is, I don't know if David Alan Grier is just like a vault when it comes to his emotions, but the scene where you have Daryl sitting in front of the TV and he's watching more news about the death of the mayor. And then Kevin walks out and says, "You still watching this, man? It's been 3 days." And at that point, before he said 3 days, I thought he was going to say, like, it's been months. Like,
Yeah.
it's been a long time. I don't think 3 days is long enough. I think he's well within his right to still be...
Emotionally.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
in
Kevin is
emotional
pretty
turmoil.
like he can lock that stuff away because he did the same thing with their
Grandma.
That's
yeah.
true. Very true.
I mean,
Very
it could
true.
be a parentified child, so you know that's
Mm.
a whole bag of worms. Can of worms?
And what's made stranger about Lynn Thigpen on some fucking Golden Girls type shit was only like 46 years old.
Yeah.
Playing her grandma.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, she died pretty young, dude. She died in 2003.
2003, yeah.
At the age of 55.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Carmen Sandiego, she's only in her like early 40s, like late 30s, early 40s.
That's wild, dude. That's so sad. It just seems like such an early... I don't know how I didn't realize that she passed away so long ago, but also, why are you using a 46-year-old woman as like the grandma of two dudes who look like they're in their early 30s at the time?
I mean, I guess maybe they just wanted to use her. Because, I mean...
Yeah. Like, she's amazing.
Like, during that period of time, as we saw in Meteor Man, there is a bevy of old black women that one could have just plucked from and put into that role. In the early 90s, there was old black ladies all over the sitcoms. Like, that was like bread and butter. If like a Martin or Will, they just pull out an old black lady and just have them like go up against her.
Dang, why do you think they had them just like in their like back pocket like that? How do you just...
I think it was just a lot of the actresses from like the 60s and 70s and 80s. They were
just like aged,
still doing stuff. I think we were more accepting. I think maybe because there was more comedies that we were just more accepting of like putting older black women in that role. Whereas I think today it's like they either like it has to like I almost feel like people think that they age out. And so they start taking them out and being like, well, we got to replace them with the new
next new thing.
Give me Angela Bassett all day.
All day.
Dude, I will never not.
All day, every day.
Ever. But it also, like, to that point, do you think that those actresses were doing more comedic roles back in the day? Because, like, I couldn't think of Angela Bassett of then being brought into this age and saying, okay, well, you're just going to do a lot of comedies and this is the archetypal character that you're going to play. And I just wonder if...
But all of them, I can, like, especially, like, if we were looking at all the ones in Meteor Man, like, they were all in, like, sitcoms from that, like, the periods before, whether it be something like 227 or the Jeffersons. Or
Good Times, too? Like, wasn't there some,
Different Strokes was happening. Even older stuff, like All in the Family or... probably not Honeymooners old, but, like, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like, so they were all Sanford and Son. Like they were all in those shows, and then it just like they got to be showcased in their time. I mean, it's like it'd be like looking at Betty White. I mean, like, well, you can plug Betty White in anything, and Betty White was in a lot of comedies, even as like her Twilight years.
Yeah. This is one of those movies, I totally agree with what you said earlier about the comedy being very sophomoric, but at the same time, it's, I think, still a little bit of a treasure. Damon Wayans is one of my favorite Wayans. He always cracks me up, dude. Like between Major Payne, Blankman, My Wife and Kids. Also thought it was interesting, because I don't think I ever noticed this before, that the production company's called Wife and Kids. Is it called like My Wife and Kids? When the movie's opening, it says like a Wife and Kids production, and then you flash forward like 7 years later, and then he has My Wife and Kids, the sitcom that comes out, which is I think was interesting. But that said, honestly, not a lot that I have to say about the movie. The last thing I did want to just touch upon before going into anything else was just I love the fact that we got POV shots of J5 falling down the stairs, man.
I think that was my favorite part, because I was like, is he supposed to be going down? I was like, no, you're blowing it. They're gonna die.
Stabs was whooping J5 ass. He was trying so hard to get down them steps.
And the cutting back and forth between them, the water level was rising, and J5 even though it's a robot, I still sense this apprehension as he approached everyone.
Yeah, whoever drove that robot had comedic timing.
It was like tipping his toe out.
And then just
gets right back up, does it again.
Yeah, that robot was able to right itself really quickly.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it's that time, eh?
Yep.
Indeedly do.
Yes. How many Panharmonicons would you give Blankman?
Really getting a lot of mileage out of that clacker.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. I'm gonna get like 6 of those bad boys. Watch as you wait.
And your top 5 Wayans.
There you go. I can start again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm oscillating between a 2.5 and a 2. So I guess we can just round it on the middle at a 2.25. I just thought it was kind of, it's crazy to say this, but maybe too goofy. Like I just couldn't really like get involved just because of like how he had a fork for glasses, and like that would just kind of set the tone of everything. And so maybe it is like too much of a characterization of this like kind of outsider that maybe rubbed me the wrong way, but it was just kind of like nothing really happened, and then it was like kind of goofy slapstick. So I mean, J5, the end kind of saved the ending of that movie for me. And then R.I.P. that soldier was able to defuse all because it was kind of cool. He's just like, oh, now J5 can like contain explosions. Yeah. So gotta love that robot. But yeah, so 2.25 for me.
I will also say I hated the glasses because he only did one side of them, and as a result, they were constantly crooked because there was no way that he could match the like fork to like the height of I was like, why did you not just break off that other side and just, like, because I think it actually would have looked cool if he had
like two forks
doing that. But the fact that he only had one, I was just like, because it constantly, you could also see him like constantly adjusting them, and I was like, you would get annoyed by that very quickly. There's so no way that you wouldn't get annoyed by that.
For sure.
For me, 3 out of 5 Panharmonicons.
Okay.
Like I said earlier, the beginning, I think it's just like it's really for me, it's in between when Lynn dies and he becomes Meteor Man. Like for some reason, not Meteor Man, Blankman. That really kind of like drags on for me, and kind of also like that part with. I mean, I love the guy, but like with Jason Alexander and them down at like Hard Edition, just making like a bunch of like the double entendres and
like that was the tabloids. Yeah.
It's like I mean, even Hard Edition itself is clearly like a double entendre, and it's just like okay, we get it. Like, I'm sure I mean, I know I loved that back in 1994.
Classic.
But now it's just like you could, I know you guys can do clever writing. Like the Wayans are actually pretty clever writers. But then that back half, I was like, oh, this movie is actually hilarious. Like the chemistry between Damon and David Alan Grier.
Yeah.
Robin Givens just being fine as all get out outdoors. Just the like that part with J5. Like I laughed at like loud enough that I was like, did I just wake somebody up if they were around? Because like him saying like, all right, and now J5 has time to just turn into this immediate explosion. It was one of those like growing laughs too, because I was just like, what the? Then it just went off. I love the back half of this movie. I'm not super huge into the front part of it. And there are just a couple of times that you're a little surprised that just like deaths happen that don't feel like they need to happen. But they do overall serve the plot, and I did enjoy Meteor Man a lot more. I enjoyed this movie. I actually did the Memberverse. I watched Blankman and then watched Meteor Man. But it's still 3 out of 5 for me.
Nice.
Give it a 3 out of 5 as well. 3 out of 5 as well. I also very much enjoy the chemistry between David Alan Grier and Damon Wayans. I think that it definitely shows that how much they work together with In Living Color, which I think is awesome. I also just think it's awesome, like, not even in the context of the movie, just like how that family just did their thing, man. Like, there's so many of them, and they all found their own success. Well, I didn't say they all did. I don't know all of the Wayans, but it just seems like a lot of them managed to, find their success and pull each other up, which I think is great. The movie is funnier than I remembered. I thought, like, the scene where he, like, even though, yes, it is, like, sophomoric, but, like, the scene where he's talking to his crotch because he's, like, leaning over to talk, like, to the belt, I thought was like, absolutely hilarious. Robin Givens, my goodness. I hope that Damon Wayans didn't get attacked by Mike Tyson at the time. Although, were they married at that point? Or was it after Blankman came out? Oh, they'd already married and divorced by then. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Wow, that was quick.
I was in the late 80s.
Oh, I thought it was like early 90s. Okay, well, never mind.
I think Boomerang was around the time that they divorced.
Oh, that's another movie we should watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, put it on the list.
I have not watched Boomerang since I was a kid, so I think it would be a lot different.
It's got Robin and Layla Rashawn.
Yeah, dude, that's gonna be a fun one.
What does he end up calling his penis? Like his jammy? Like when he's talking to his buddy, he's like, "I'm not talking." Oh, it was jammy. Okay.
Is that common? Is that a term?
I hadn't heard it before.
I mean, yeah, back then,
jammy,
like your Jimmy Jam, your jammy.
All right, that's news to me, man.
You never heard of a Jimmy hat?
Jimmy hat for sure. I've never heard of a jammy condom.
God, I might as well be Darryl Walker, dude. Like, I feel like I should have known that. I'm over here. If I would have heard that, I would be like, yeah, it's just a regular hat. I don't know what it looks like, but
specifically that men named Jim wear. Yeah. The Jimmy hat.
Yeah. But yeah, 3.5. I'm sorry, not 3.5. 3 out of 5 for me as well.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
I didn't hear your guys' top 5 wins, but
Brady.
This is what
Wayne Brady 1 through 5. Because those are the only Wayne I know.
Oh. You
bring in
Wayne's like
first Wayne's.
Yeah. Wayne's not
no Wayans, yeah. Just some Waynes.
Some Waynes, yeah. A Bruce maybe.
That was what we thought about Blankman. Let us know what you thought about Blankman in the comments, not comics. Whether you're on Spotify or on YouTube, let us know. If you're on YouTube and you enjoyed today's episode, feel free to give us a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy it so much, feel free to give us a thumbs down. Yeah, my steam is going off, man. If you have not for us, please hit the subscribe button. It'll let you know when we are dropping more magic, and lets us know that more people want to see us drop more magic. Mm-hmm. If you're on Spotify, if you've watched both watched and listened enough, you're able to give a rating. Please give us a rating of 1 through 5. That would mean a lot to us. And also give us a follow. That follow button. I think it's a plus button on Spotify. But above all else, thank you for listening to another episode of Panharmonicon Studios Presents
a movie podcast.
J5!
No. This has been Damon.
This is Andrew.
And this is Farron.
And thank you for listening.
Coming for you, Minelli.
Ooh.